to our December board meeting. We'll start with roll call.
Trustee Prosser? Here. Ball? Yes. Sewell?
He's still here.
Proud?
Yes.
Supervisor Cox?
Here. All right, public comment. Feel free to step to the podium. Just keep your comments 5 minutes or less.
Should I duck? No. Okay, Rachel Dye, Collinsville. First of all, happy warm holiday season. I think it's been a long year if you live in this country in pretty exhausting times, regardless of what side you fall on politically. So I am hopeful that everybody now and in the next few weeks can get some rest and relaxation. I know the holidays are a mixed time for people. And one thing that I was thinking about that relates to me why a township is important is how a township can help relieve suffering and relieve burdens for people, especially with general assistance. And I just think about how so many people this year in America at this point in time have burdens, suffering, and issues that they did not have last year at this time because of some of the decisions that have been made nationally. May agree with those decisions, you may not agree with those decisions, but it doesn't change the fact that people have new layers, nuances, or new sufferings in their life. So it makes me glad that we have places like a township, obviously other organizations that at least in part are able to offer general assistance for those that it's applicable for, to have a senior center like this where people can come, especially when they might be disconnected and not have any family or just going through that time. But it's because of how important I think it is. That's why I asked things like I did last month about poverty training. You don't have to grow up in poverty to understand it. I don't ever think anybody serving in any capacity anywhere has to have firsthand experience with something, but I do know if you've never lived through it, that especially then it's important to have the education and the things of that nature. So just so you know, for me, I can't speak for anybody but Rachel Dye, but the things I bring up at this meeting or a library meeting or whatever are not to be gotchas, because I hate gotcha culture, it drives me insane. Don't know if anybody else feels that in their soul. I don't like one-upping. It's not to be like, oh, you're dumb and you don't get this, or to be like, you didn't follow up on it. It is not that. It is because we all have one life to live, and when we all die, regardless of what you think happens, all that's gonna matter is the good that we did, and the good that we did for other people. So just so you know where I come from, I don't know if that's helpful or not, because sometimes it's, when you're in these circumstances, it's like, what is that person's real motives and things? And everybody knows I'm like on the more progressive side, right? But I don't necessarily agree with every way that people go about things and do them. So, and I'm still learning and growing as a human being as well. So I practice what I preach as best as I can. And I definitely think if you're in a leadership position, state, federal, local government, any kind of entity, if you're a non-official leader, you need to lead with integrity and do the good that you can with the things that you have. So that being said, I just have I'll pass it around. It's just 2 articles, they're really short as a resource, because I started talking about poverty and those who might use general assistance last month. And I was just thinking more about this, especially with the winter, how transportation is such a barrier. And being in social work my whole career, when we think of and working with people with trauma and all these issues, it's one that's often overlooked. And it's like, well, there's an attitude of people can just come to us. They can just get on the website, or they can just come to the office. And that's just not always a feasible thing. And then people say, well, we have the public bus transport, other things, but I think it's really good to pause and gain some more understanding about transportation in particular, and how that impacts those who, for the township, might get general assistance and things. So it's just literally articles to read for resources. And there's a cool, one of the lines is cut off at the top of the second one. I think you guys will figure it out. But there is actually a cool resource in there too called Upward Mobility Framework. I don't know much about it yet, so I'm gonna look more into it. But like suggestions of how to improve that issue. And one of the articles actually talks about a city things that they did to help address, they call it transportation vulnerability, I think is usually the term. So it's just cool articles. I think they might be helpful, passing those along. And then I did want to come back to, and honestly, I feel like the last meeting just happened. I don't know. So you may not have had any time at all to talk about this, but I did want to circle back to, and I will keep circling back till I get answers, about poverty training. Is that even something they offer you? Does TOI, right, is that offer? If not, what do you plan to do about that? Where could, you may not know specifics, but like, if you haven't talked about it, can you talk about it? And then I mentioned like a committee that might be good for general assistance, mix of maybe trustees, maybe people in the community. That may not be good. Like, I don't know all the ins and outs, so you might have discussed that and been like, nah, not at this time. But just an update if you have, or if it's, we just haven't got to it.
Okay.
That's all.
Thank you. Appreciate everything.
For this old school, like, teacher pass out.
Oh, we do paper, it's easy to read.
There's two there. Like, you just wasn't your extras off for them. All right, thanks, guys.
All right, anybody else with public comment? Going one, you're standing, okay, you're right.
Am I good?
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm Paul Nicolucci. I'm here just to speak about a few things going on in the township. Pretty much another fiscal year's passed for about every governing body in the county, city, so you guys have recently passed a 1% increase on a tax levy, which I think is really good and outstanding. I think the voters are kind of, they're pressed now. That we know what state we live in. There's various taxes that we have to pay, so the more less taxes we have to pay, I think, the better in this case. I've noticed for the most part, all the feedback I've got has been completely positive from the community. I'll say the community's really with you guys on this one. I'll also say that, like anything, any walk of life, not just politics, there's naysayers. They're talking about how there should be higher tax levies. I personally don't think that. If someone wants to have a higher tax levy, I'm pretty sure Supervisor Cox will take donations to the township for various funds. I'll donate my own personal money. I'm gonna do that tonight, actually, because, I feel, help out people in need, so I'll donate my own time, my own money, so. If someone wants a higher tax levy and they say it publicly, or they, write an editorial, or, they make a Facebook video and gets thousands of views, you saying you want a higher tax levy and not doing something yourself about it will probably fall on deaf ears. Nobody will listen to you and take you seriously if you don't act yourself. So I'm doing it tonight. Anybody else wants to, that's fine. It's nothing big, a check of $100. You want to do 100, 10, $5, more or less, it doesn't matter. As long as you do something, people may not agree with wanting higher taxes, they'll at least respect you if you do that and lead by example. And I would also like to say, I said about every year that I've been on the county board, it is the best run township in the county. I still believe that. I will address kind of what's on a lot of people's mind, what's been talked about on social media, or even the Collinsville Daily News per se, other outlets. Just the recent lawsuit that was dismissed by the assessor, Mr. Paletti. I think that's a good thing for the township. I am not for the lawsuit. I'll encourage anybody just to take a step back and maybe think about encouraging a lawsuit against the very township which you live in, because it'll come out of the taxpayers, dollars in some way, either through a higher insurance premium or just a flat out payment. So hopefully cooler heads will prevail, and I will sit with Mr. Paletti. I've called him once. We had a talk, we never had a follow-up. I have a few questions about the assessor's office. We pay a lot of money compared to other townships. We have a much higher budget than other townships. I mean, all these things need to be addressed, discussed, and I hope he gives us some input. I would meet with him and Mr. Cox anytime. I've talked to other people with an aptitude for this kind of thing in the community. People want to work this out. And I'll just say, throughout the year, the township's had disagreements. There's a bunch of people here who, ran for elected office. They have strong opinions. They'll work hard for their opinions. None of you guys are really here for the money. So, you guys had your disagreements, for the most part, it's good. You guys did good things for the township, and, you know, I think I owe you guys a debt of gratitude for being, you know, a paying citizen and tax-paying citizen, I should say, just for all the good work you've done. You keep giving more services for less money somehow, some way, so I really appreciate your good work, so. Guys, that's really all I have, so, you know, I look forward to, you know, give you that check at the end of the meeting, Derek. So.
Thank you. I would say the pauper fund is a fund that goes to the needy that we have at the township. So anybody that wants to do that around Christmas time, that's a good one.
Yeah,
So,
I'll do that right after the meeting.
okay, thank you. Anybody else? All right, Don?
Because of what you said, I'm gonna read this. I liked what you had to say, yeah, so. My name is Don Lindsay. I'm the office manager for the township. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Every day at work, throughout the day, Tara and Lori and I, we talk about the people who come in and what they need, and are we serving the people like we want to? And this came in, and I just decided that tonight I wanted to read it, if it's okay. The grammar is a little different, but I think I can get the point across to you. It says, "Good morning. I pray that this email finds Miss Tara. I just wanted to tell you how much I appreciate your empathy towards me and my babies during our encounters. At a time where I felt hopeless, your soft tone and kind words comforted me. My electricity is not disconnected, and I am able to breathe and enjoy the holidays with my boys. You rock. I pray God's blessings over you, over your life, Miss Tara, and the people that you work with. I feel that people deserve their flowers while on earth, and that God sends angels in human form. You are one of them. Happy Thanksgiving." We see a lot of stuff like that, and I know that Tara gets stressed when I haven't talked to you about it. She gets stressed when she reads things or hears things, and this is just one of the people that come up there, and it feels so good to do something good and for it to really matter. And so I just wanted to share that with everybody here. Thank you.
Thank you, Don.
Hello, everyone. I believe it is important and necessary to have accurate information included in the public record. So first, regarding the ongoing court case, according to the Madison County website, the case is open. The next scheduled court date is set for February 2026, and I'm talking about the case involving the township assessor, Mr. Paletti, and the township regarding his budget. So according to the county's website, it still is an open case. This matter continues to be active, and it is important for the public record to reflect that fact, especially since some of the official board documents state otherwise. Second, both LIHEAP and General Assistance Services, it does look like those numbers were down from last year. It is important to, there could be excuses about no-shows or the weather or any of those kind of issues, but that happens every year. But we also can't deny that the email went out because of a FOIA, that there's one less employee doing some of that labor, and so there was a wait list that was really long. So my question is, could we have served more people like that letter? Because that was really touching. Also, if we are paying for ads as the township, if taxpayers are paying for that ad to go out regarding senior center stuff. Since the township does, I'm skipping around here, but since it is a statutory responsibility to do general assistance, I wondered if there would be a similar type ad for general assistance services, because we know that people that are the most in need don't always get their information from the website, so, and or social media. So if there's a mailer, or if there's, targeted ads or broader community outreach for general assistance, I know this has been talked about over the years. Additionally, I want to note my appreciation. There was a post, I believe, or a comment that acknowledged that the union contracts do need to be, part of the determining factor with levying amounts. And I think that was the most important, legally, units of government have to look at all of the legal contracts that are in place. And so donations can't cover those legal expenses and those, personnel costs and some of those other costs. So donations are great, but the operating expenses, the operating budget for units of government is property taxes. So that's why it's important to make sure that units of government levy enough. And then lastly, I would like the record to reflect that on November 11th, a member of the public reminded a sitting official about the statutory requirement of completing the FOIA and OMA trainings. Following that reminder, one official completed the training the very next day on November 12th, and a trustee completed theirs on November 18th. So it is unfortunate that it takes a member of the public to prompt that for those to fulfill the mandatory legal obligations, but I'm glad that people are trained and know how to do FOIA and OMA. Thank you.
Right, anybody else? All right, if nothing else, we'll move on the agenda. Just a couple of things that I'd like to respond to. The transportation you mentioned, I absolutely agree. And I really like what MCT is doing now for the overnight warming centers. Just so you know, I was pushing for that 4 years ago, was right when I first started as supervisor, because that's what Bi-State does. And I'm glad to see that they're doing that. I think it's a great service. And we also, we also do free bus tokens. We have a grant that I went out and got through MCT. So anybody can come in there, get their bus tokens. We also do weekly passes and even monthly passes. All right, and so we have a grant of $15,000, and until that's exhausted, once that's exhausted, you reapply for the grant. So we have a few, and we keep track of all that. As far as the LIHEAP, I just want to, what Don, you said, Tara and I have spoken about it a lot. Because I know that it bothers her when she reads the stuff that we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing, because she puts her heart into it. And the thing is, I mean, there was one day I was sitting in my office and I almost came to tears. She's amazing. I mean, she goes way above and beyond and actually cares about these people, all right? And she's a very special person. And so I try to remind her, and as you know, on Friday, I'm gonna come in and we're just gonna do LIHEAP. I'm gonna help out, yeah.
I was,
Oh, no, you're
I
fine.
meant to be referring to the letter that came.
Oh, the letter, yeah.
I didn't show it to you.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, so, but no, Tara is absolutely amazing, and if you think that you can bash the people in the office and stuff and they don't see it, they do. And I'll address that a little bit later on. But as far as our numbers being down, well, I guess you left out last month, because we actually served more people this November than last November. Okay, so put in the full story. Don't just leave out 1 month and then pick the month that you want. Okay, so we served more. We also in October we had 35 no call, no shows. We can't help that. If you don't show up, okay. Also, I want to put out there, because it's been put out there. These people, they're going to lose their electricity because of you. December the 1st, no power gets shut off. December the 1st through April the 1st. No power gets shut off. If you had a disconnect notice, we got you right on in there, okay? So we took care of people and we're still doing it. Also, it is a 10-month program. They don't just give you all the money right then and there. So a lot of these people have now figured out they choose to push it back a little bit and get more into the summer months for their money. A lot of people didn't know that, including myself. And so the people that have done this are now not deciding to do it necessarily in October, but they're doing it now a little bit later to take advantage of those savings. So that's that. I'm very proud of the LIHEAP and the general assistance and everything the staff is doing. So I think we're doing good. Yeah.
You mentioned that MCT is gonna transport people from Collinsville to.
A warming center.
Or Edwardsville warming center.
There's 3 of them, yes.
Where are they gonna pick up around here? We need that.
I guess at the bus stop, you just go to any bus stop and they'll do it for free. Yeah, I think it's a great service.
And I guess they'll just, like the big buses that normally run, huh?
Yeah, that's the way I understand it, you know, so, on those nights that I believe it's under, is it 20 degrees, I believe, it's, yeah, okay. As far as, I'm not really talking about it, but the accurate information from our attorney is in my supervisor's report, okay? And I will just say this, if anybody is a plaintiff who files and the plaintiff's case is dismissed, that's usually a win for the defense, most every time. So I don't know how you can spin it to say it's a win for the plaintiff that his case was dismissed, but whatever. They can refile, and if they like to refile, he can refile. And he has, and then they put a date in there to make sure that he was on the docket because the dockets fill up. That's what that was, according to our attorney. I believe that's it. Anybody else have any? No, move on, okay, good. Well, I'm still- Old business, approval of the 2025 Township Road District and our town levy. Kathy, would you like to go first?
When I was in last month, I had said, which I still am, I'm raising the levy on the insurance, $20,000, because our insurance has gone up so much. But after I saw the audit, I found that I was able to lower my, I went ahead and lowered my general fund 20. So I'm really at a 0 increase on my levy.
Well, you
So-
outdid me again. I lowered mine, now you've lowered yours again.
I'm not lowering it, I'm just keeping it
Keeping
where
it
it
flat,
was.
right, good
Yeah.
for you.
So, but I got the audit, I was able to look at my numbers for the end of the year and just decided that I could go ahead and do that this year, so.
Really appreciate all the work, and that's because of the staffs, not my staff, and not, both staffs. You couldn't, you can't just levy to keep it flat and then not, the staffs are the ones that put in the extra work, and you're able to make that happen. You know, so.
Yeah, as far as like my, oil levy, I never know what that money is, I don't set that, that's set by the county and the state, so I have no say in any of that, but, for what I do have say, I went ahead and kept.
Is that
it
is that the permanent road, is that what you're
Yeah.
talking about? Yeah, permanent road, and
Yeah.
then, and that's always a pretty big hunk.
Yeah.
Right, that's
Yeah,
even
and
bigger
that
than
usually
your.
increases just because of assessed evaluations
EAV.
or new business. You know, so anyway, but I did keep them the same.
All right. We'll vote on them together then, in a second. On mine, I presented it, same as Kathy. We looked at the fund and I had enough in insurance fund, so I took down $10,000 on that. We're really tight on the audit fund, so I added $2,000 to that. Paul, you were not wrong. We presented it last meeting. We're voting on it this meeting, but mine is a 1.3% increase from last year overall. So, does any questions on mine or Kathy's?
100207, right?
10, no, that's,
Oh, wait, that's just general.
yeah.
It's on page 5, I think.
Up here, it's 1193207.
Kathy, what's your total?
1256500.
Is that everything?
Yep, that's the top. I had to retype mine, Kathy, because we lost, so. All right, if no questions, I'll take a motion first on the road district.
Motion that we accept the road district ordinance.
Okay,
I'll second.
second. All right, roll call.
Trustee Ball?
Yes.
Sewell?
Yes.
Crowell?
Yes.
Prosser?
Yes.
Supervisor Cox?
Yes. All right, and I'll accept a motion then on the town levy for the 1193207.
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
Okay. Roll call?
Trustee Sewell?
Yes.
Crowell?
Yes.
Prosser?
Yes.
Ball?
No.
Supervisor Cox?
Yes. Okay, new business. Start with approval of the holiday calendar for next year. And that was presented in your material. It's basically all the holidays that you get when you're at the township. It's part of their union contract.
We stay in line with the Madison County and also with basically the state of Illinois and Madison County.
Motion to approve the 26 holiday schedule in 14 days.
Okay. Any
I'll
seconds?
second it.
All right, roll call.
Trustee Crowell?
Yes.
Prosser?
Yes.
Ball?
Yes.
Sewell?
Yeah.
Supervisor Cox?
Yes. All right, and the board meeting calendar, we're keeping our meetings on Wednesday.
I think that works out good for
Second
everybody.
meeting's all but the April is
14th
our,
is the
yes,
Tuesday,
yeah.
Motion to approve that calendar.
Okay,
I'll second it.
all right, roll call.
Trustee Prosser?
Yes.
Ball?
Yes.
Sewell?
Yes.
Crowell?
Yes.
Supervisor Cox?
Yes. And the approval of 2025 R16 Road and Bridge Street Sweeper purchase. You wanna explain that maybe a little bit?
You want me?
Yeah.
We are in the process of purchasing a sweeper, it's ordered, but Madison County has a grant through stormwater, because it takes care of cleaning up the streets, it should fall into that purchase and fall into that grant. Whether we get it or not, I don't know, but, it doesn't hurt to apply.
Yeah.
What's the total cost of the
resolution to
sweeper?
apply.
Oh, the
Oh.
total cost of the sweeper is
You know,
about
show you, we
$398,000.
support it.
That's less than I thought.
Yeah, and, this is
15 grand, but we'll take it.
Yeah, so, I'm applying, whether
Yep.
we get it or not, it'll be a different story. But, trade-in on our old sweeper, I'm going to try to sell it outright. And if I can't, then we will trade it in. But I'm hoping one of the townships, I can sell to another municipality. So I'm hoping one of them will purchase it.
How old is it?
Oh,
Older than you, Brad.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't,
Not that old.
I would really have to look because I don't remember, it's been a while since I don't remember when we purchased it, but.
You just tell them it still works and that's all they gotta worry
Yeah,
about.
we're getting together a little flyer and I have a meeting on Friday, so I'll be able to pass it out to all of them. So hopefully somebody will purchase, it'd be a great sweeper for someone that,
Tell them it'll serve as a great backup.
yeah, but we use it quite a bit, so, we definitely need it.
Would it be cost prohibitive to keep it as a backup or an additional piece of equipment here? Or is it
That's
just
a lot of
place to
money.
Stash it.
Yeah, no, we'll either trade it in or sell it, so.
All right,
Motion to approve 2025 R16.
okay,
I'll second that.
roll call.
Trustee Ball?
Yes.
Sewell?
Yes.
Crowell?
Yes.
Prosser?
Yes.
Supervisor Cox?
Yes. All right, on to the consent agenda. This is items A through E. It's the regular minutes, the assessor's report, the highway commissioner's report, supervisor's report, and the clerk's report. I just want to mention, since it was in your report, Jim, you said that we needed to do better. We're talking about the audit. So give me like some examples.
We're 2 months late.
Okay.
I mean, and I'm not saying that's our fault. Maybe that's our auditor's fault. I don't know.
She said
But we
we.
have to get our we have to get our information to the auditor as quickly as possible so that the auditor can get it done. Next year, as I mentioned last meeting, there will be fines assessed by the state for people who are late. So we just need to do a better job. I mean, there's no reason.
Okay,
This is
so
the
I'm-
latest,
you already
in
said
5
that.
years, this is the latest we've been.
You've already
In 5
said that.
years.
What I'm asking for is, since you're gonna put it out to the people, then they're gonna throw it out there that we're doing something wrong. Give us how to get better. One example.
We collectively need to get better. The auditor needs a lot of material from us. The year ends on March 31st. We should be giving him material maybe in April. I mean, when we first started, Vicky was working on stuff months in advance. Now, I'm not saying that's the reason, but that's one thing we could do. The sooner we get it better, sooner we get the material to the auditor, the sooner they can start it. The other thing is we probably need to be twisting their arm because their contract with us will be over pretty soon, and if they don't do a better job, I don't think we should be going back to somebody that's gonna deliver our audit 2 months late and make us, as a township, look bad.
So, yeah, I mean,
That's not your fault.
I just want, well, because that's the way it always gets spun. When you put it out there
I
generically.
said we include me, Margot, Mike, you, everybody, Kathy, everybody in this room. We need to find a way to get this thing done closer to the deadline. Now, when I filed it, I can tell you we're not the only one that files late. Everybody files late. Not everybody, but a lot of people file late. At least we're filing. Some people don't do it, but that's our statutory obligation as a taxing body is to complete that audit. And we are supposed to have it completed by September 30th, which is 6 months after our year ends. It's not like when we have our annual meeting where you got 4 days or 5 days to get a report together. We have 6 months to get it done. So if our auditor can't get the job done, maybe we need to find somebody else.
And
That's my opinion.
Right, and that's fine, and I'll let
And
him
I'm not
know.
blaming any one person,
I will let
but
him.
we are 2 months late, and that's not a good thing.
But I just wanted that to be out there because we start, and Kathy knows, and Jen knows, we get everything that they ask for in a very timely manner. It was all to them by June, all right? Every time that they would come back, hey, we need this, and a lot of it they already had, we would get it right back to them. We ran it up multiple times. What I'm saying is, I don't know, I would say a half a dozen times, called him, emailed, where are we at with things? So he says, do not worry. He goes, I'll file the extension, which he did. Everything's fine. There is no, so I just wanted it to be out there. I'm doing everything that I know. Yes, there was an election that would happen April 1st, a lot of stuff. A new board came in in May. My point is this, I will start on it April 1st this year. And get everything, and hopefully they can get it done, so. All right, approval of the consent agenda.
I motion we approve the consent agenda.
All right. And any seconds?
I'll second.
Okay. Roll call?
Trustee Ball?
Yes.
Sewell?
Yes.
Crowell?
Yes.
Prosser?
Yes.
Supervisor Cox?
Yes. All right, approval of the bills, general assistance.
Okay, general assistance for the month, we had expenditures of $1,216.69.
Motion approved.
I'll second that.
Okay, roll call?
Trustee Sewell?
Yes.
Crowell?
Yes.
Cox? Prosser?
Yes.
Ball?
Yeah, you already said yes.
Ball?
Yeah, I said
Say
yes.
Oh, Supervisor Cox?
Yes.
All right, sorry.
And road and bridge?
Road and Bridge had expenditures for the month of $178,921.30.
I'll motion that we approve that.
I'll second that.
Okay, roll call?
Trustee Crowell?
Yes.
Prosser?
Yes.
Ball?
Yes.
Sewell?
Yes.
Supervisor Cox?
Yes.
There was nothing in road and bridge equipment. Town fund, we had expenditures of $102,487.13.
I'll motion that we approve that.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call?
Trustee Ball?
Yeah.
Sewell?
Yes.
Crowell?
Yes.
Prosser?
Yes.
Supervisor Cox?
Yes.
And last is the senior center, which had expenses of $8,557.97.
I'll motion we approve them.
Second.
Okay. Roll call?
Trustee Sewell?
Yes.
Crowell?
Yes.
Prosser?
Yes.
Ball?
Yes.
Supervisor Cox?
Yes. Okay, Kathy, you got anything?
The only thing I have is, of course, we already had snow, which has really messed up a lot of other things as far as what
Covered up
we
my
do this
leaves.
time of the year, yeah. And, so anyway, basically, we've been out, right now, we're trying to get trucks inspected, we're out leaf vacuuming again, since the snow's starting to leave, and, repairing equipment that was tore up during the snow removals, and things just, break on you. Our stuff is getting older. I don't, our trucks are not being purchased as frequently as they used to be, so, we do have a lot more repairs that are happening. Beyond that, the only thing I wanna say about the audit is Don and Jennifer work together to get the stuff together. And they send it to them, and Derek is right in saying, they'll tell us they never got something, and they've already sent it. So, that happens quite frequently, it's been happening every year, and so, maybe we do need to look for a new auditor, so, anyway, I'm not trying to blame anybody, I'm just saying that I do see it every year, that they get them the information, and then they're resending the same information. So, I
Yep.
don't know where the hiccup is there.
I don't
but-
either. It's just like,
Yeah.
and I stopped arguing with them last year. I'm just like, we just save it all, and then we're like, oh, there it is, just bring it back to them again, reprint it out,
Right.
whatever. So,
Yeah, and we even, she even put it on a download.
Yes.
On a fob and sent everything to them through that, and
Mhm.
so, thinking it would help, so. But anyway, it is correct, and that
Thank you.
does happen, I do wanna say that, so.
Okay, assessor's not here. Want to mention the person who ran for assessor, thank you for coming, once again. Trustees. Anything?
I'm good this month.
Just want to tell everybody thank you for, hopefully, not thank you, sorry, to have a good Thanksgiving. And, this time of year with the holidays, it's something that we all need to think about as far as Thanksgiving, giving thanks and being thankful for what we have. So, just a little bit with a little twist of that, teamwork and what we were just talking about earlier about employees. So I'm gonna start with Kathy's crew. Just wanna tell them thank you for everything they've done for this year. When people come to Kathy and say, hey, great job, blah, 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 she always says, it's my crew, my team, it's my group. And she knows, there's 3 supervisors in this situation, and, they all know. So just want to give thanks to her crew. Jennifer is out there working, helping them out too. And then we come to you, Derek. Look at this place, it looks great. The ladies that are working here, your volunteers, I want to just thank them for, again, it's not just one person, it's not just you, it's everybody that makes this place to work. So I want to give thanks to all the employees that work for here, and the volunteers, and then, of course, the crew on your office side. Don was just up here, and give them thanks. I know they're trying the best that they can, trying to work as a team, and just want to give them thanks also for this year, for what they're doing. And then even Pete's crew, he can't do it by himself, again, it comes down to not one person. So I just want to thank them for, answering the phones, taking care of the people that need to be taken care of, doing what they need to do. So I'm just, basically, end of the year, wanted to say thanks to all the supervisors' employees and what they're doing, and comes down to teamwork, to make this all work. And I
Correct.
appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Yep.
Anybody else? Let's see here, senior center, I'll just keep it short, but yeah, so much going on. We have multiple Christmas parties, one actually tomorrow. Next week is probably one of my favorite days. I come down here and we bake cookies and we decorate the cookies, and then later on, I don't know how many, 70 dozen I think that we did. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. And then we deliver them, Santa and I, all around town. We go to the police station, fire, the nursing homes, and we deliver the cookies. And I think it's just, it puts me in that spirit that we all hope that happens. It just goes by so fast, the holidays. So anyway, but everything's going great here. And I just did want to mention too, when people hear like the bills and stuff, one thing that I'm very proud of, because I'm all about the business side too, is that, yeah, we spent $8,000, okay, but you didn't hear how much we brought in, okay? A lot of time, our lunch programs are paying for themselves. So yeah, we spend $6,000 on food, but we made $6,500. So and that's the way I want it. And I think the seniors that come here like it that way too. And we're able to pay for people who can't afford it. All they have to do is fill out a simple paperwork and we pay for their meal. And so anyway, but yeah, clerk.
Nothing for me.
Okay, we're almost done. I just got a little short thing I just threw together, and I'll read it here as far as my comments. What a fast year it's been. A lot has happened here at the township. I've always believed in being honest and transparent, so I will say this past year was a difficult one, largely due to the overall image of the township being challenged by numerous falsehoods spread on social media. From attacks on our senior center, which does more to help our community than almost anything I know of, to accusations that my staff is not fulfilling the duties of programs like LIHEAP, the misinformation has been relentless. Let me be clear, the township is not even required to do LIHEAP assistance. Yet this November alone, we completed more applications than we did in November of 2024, because helping residents in need is important to us. I have also endured constant personal attacks on me and unfortunately on my family. As I've stated earlier this summer, I refuse to engage the ludicrous claims made by a small but loud group of individuals. Over the past year, I dealt with ongoing harassment, including exhaustive reviews of every email that I've ever sent. Some to stay, they were supposed to be confidential to protect taxpayers, yet still were published, to being secretly recorded in my own office, false accusations ranging to theft, to harassment, and even being assaulted following the meeting. After all this, the only thing that has been proven is that I'm doing a great job. I believe I'm doing a great job, and that the small group led by a former trustee has been shown to be dishonest and driven by extreme negativity. Now, I understand criticism comes with public service, but when attacks extend to my family, that crosses a line. A recent example involved photos taken from my mom's Facebook page, accompanied by a completely fabricated story claiming that we used the township bus to attend a concert, when it was proven that we drove our own vehicles and used a casino shuttle. The false narrative was still published anyway. My mom is someone who gives everything, and she has never taken a single penny. Because of the hatred towards her, I've asked her to no longer be providing treats or attending meetings. She doesn't deserve the treatment, and it bothers her. These individuals have tried to break me and my staff, but what they don't realize is they've only made us stronger. I'm incredibly proud of the work that's happening here at the township. They've also attempted to attack certain members of this board, but unlike the two former trustees who regularly missed meetings and failed to contribute over the last 4 years, this board has a 100% attendance record. Thank you guys for that. And and many of them are going above and beyond, even meeting outside of regular sessions to better serve our community. Personally, I am more motivated than ever to serve the taxpayers of the Collinsville Township. Moving forward, my support will go to those who appreciate and respect the efforts being made. I will also take action on individuals or agendas that actively work to harm the township that ultimately cost taxpayers money. This board and I are here to make things better for you. We are just one small portion, the smallest portion on your tax bill, and deserve the best possible service at the lowest cost, period. As we wrap up a year, I want to express my deep gratitude to our staff. They work hard every day and have real positive impact on countless lives. Please do not let negative voices online diminish the value of what you do. The vast majority of our community understands and is thankful. I'm also grateful for the many friends who have offered support, and especially to my parents. I'm incredibly thankful for my dad. He's recovering from a serious health scare, and I realize now that you never take that for granted. Sometimes it takes hardship or fear to remind you what truly matters. The challenges of 2025 have made me stronger and more appreciative than ever. I wish all of you a very Merry Christmas, and I look forward to making 2026 a great year for the Collinsville Township. So, thank you guys. And with that, I'll have a motion to adjourn, and I think we have a closed session on there.
Can I have that sheet again?
Oh, sure. Oh, which one? Oh, yeah, the closed session.
So, did we decide what we're going to talk about? Is it just litigation?
Well, litigation, and then it could be personnel matters as well.
Bill, take a look and see what.
I didn't know you had to fill out something to go. to
Yes,
closed
we
session.
have to announce what we're gonna talk
Yeah, we just
about.
have to
Okay.
announce what it is.
And
Yeah.
we have to state of that.
I don't know if we're gonna talk about personnel or not.
You just wanna talk about litigation that's filed and pending?
Well, I mean, you
Is
can,
there any other reason to talk about? Is there anything in personnel you need to talk about?
there might be. I mean,
Well, there's not, you can't just talk about.
There won't be.
You
No,
can't
you-
just talk about personnel.
I'll
in
ask the
general.
lawyer. I will
Okay,
ask
that's
the
why I
lawyer.
asked him to
You're the
look.
clerk, he's the lawyer.
Yeah, litigation, I think, is the only thing that we're.
But if we want to talk about personnel matters, it's closed session. We can't wait another month.
Okay, I see what you're saying, yeah, if you wanna talk about personnel.
The lawyer might want to talk about personnel matters.
Okay. Probably gonna be part of.
I'm not trying, I
Oh,
mean,
no,
this
no, no,
shouldn't be
no.
that, I'm on another, this is not a difficult thing.
Yeah, okay.
This is, right, so you're saying personnel matters and
And you look at my
the
list and-
litigation.
And just check the ones that.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Okay? Motion to go to closed session,
I motion that we go
to talk about those two things.
Talk about.
One may not pop up.
And possibly personnel.
Right.
I'll second that.
Second? Okay, roll call.